Today's topic of discussion is decision maker. So I see a lot of guys in today's society, they are poor decision makers. They make bad decisions in life and they have really bad habits, and they are capping themselves at this level here when their potential is all the way up here. So we're going to be going over some key points in to be an effective decision maker in a relationship and get the woman to comply and cooperate with you and to be on the same page as you. So for a woman to comply and cooperate with you, she needs to see that you're an effective decision maker. So you're somebody who has great communication skills, you're somebody who is a man of principles and boundaries, and you have a high amount of respect for yourself. So we're going to be covering some key points in to be an effective decision maker and what it takes to lead a woman in a relationship. So first point is assertive. So assertive, you see a lot of wrong information on the internet about being assertive means they relate it to toxic masculinity and they relate it to misogynist and all these other stupid terms that they're using and they're just throwing out in the media nowadays. So an assertive man is somebody who is firm on his decision. So if he's made a decision and he's going to, let's say, X destination, he's assertive in that and he's not going to backtrack on that. So a woman loves when a guy knows where he's heading to in life. He knows that this guy here is leading in that direction there. He's assertive and she sees that this guy here, right, I cannot try and pull him away from his mission and his purpose. So an assertive guy is somebody who is strong on his decision and he's not going to backtrack and he's not going to be swayed by other people's opinions. A lot of guys in today's society, they are so focused on what other people think of them that they neglect their own personal needs and their own personal journey. So in life, right, you need to develop your own unique character. And when you have an established character and you have an established personality, a woman sees that, right, this guy here is really a man I need in life, because this guy here knows where he's heading to and he doesn't care what anybody else thinks of him. So that's important, guys. So that's what an assertive guy is. An assertive guy is, he doesn't backtrack and he doesn't care if other people are saying X, Y, Z. He's going to still do him. He's going to still do his own thing. Leads us to the next point here. So a decision maker has high confidence. So if he's got a set plan, he's going to have a high amount of confidence in that plan that he has. So if, for example, he is working on a project or he's building a business or he's trying to build something of value, he needs to have a high amount of confidence for him to be able to execute on that and for him to be able to prosper in that. If he doesn't have a high amount of confidence and he's somebody who is constantly second guessing himself and he's thinking, oh yeah, do I have the capability to actually achieve that and to actually be able to hit those goals and objectives, he's going to be somebody who's going to be a really poor decision maker, and then the woman's not really going to be attracted to him. She's going to see this guy here is constantly backpedaling, he's constantly indecisive, he's somebody who lacks confidence, and this is why a lot of women are attracted to certain masculine men who have a high amount of confidence. This high amount of confidence is contagious to a woman because women naturally have anxiety problems, they have decision making issues, and they are not leaders. They cannot be a leader. A woman hasn't been made for a leadership position. A man has been made for the leadership position, and a woman is made as, so you got, for example, a president and then you got a vice president. So the president can be a man and then the vice president is the woman. Now both roles are just as important and they both complement each other. So a woman is supposed to complement a man's needs and his duties in life. So any areas which he is lacking, the woman complements his life. She doesn't add to the things that he's supposed to be working on. So if a guy is supposed to be working on his purpose and he's providing value to society, he shouldn't be looking to the woman and saying, oh yeah, right, what do I do, or where are we heading to, or what's our vision, or anything like that. He should already know what his purpose is. He should know where he's heading to, and that woman is complementing him. So then he's making the decisions in the relationship, and she is, for example, the secretary. So as a secretary, she is being told by her boss, so the boss is the man, by telling her, these are the objectives that we are trying to hit, and I need you to assist me in reaching those goals and objectives. And then a woman, she sees this guy here is really good in decision making, and he has a high amount of confidence in where he's heading to in life. So if you link this back to survival, a woman sees high confidence in a man that has a lot of potential to achieve. So this is hardwiring in a woman. So a woman looks for the high confidence because that is the safest bet for survival. So a lot of guys think, oh yeah, why is she talking about confidence, like confidence, personality? Why do women talk about that? Or these guys here, they think that, oh yeah, you need all these external metrics, or money, status, looks, and all these kind of things there, and that gives you high confidence. That does not give you high confidence. A lot of these guys who have all these external things lack internal confidence. So if something was to hit the fan, or you know what the saying is, shit hits the fan, or they go through trials and tribulations, they just crumble because their money gets taken away from them, their looks get taken away from them, their status, this and that, and then as a result, their confidence goes down to the dumps. So a high amount of confidence is somebody he's able to go through all those hardships and still carry on going. So that's really important, guys. Next point is masculine frame. So you hear about this in the red pill community. A lot of guys talk about masculine frame. A lot of them, they don't have masculine frame. So when they come across real masculine men, they get checked by them and they don't know what to say to them. So these guys here can go around doing their little fornication and thinking that, oh yeah, they're high value men. But then when they come across like real masculine men, they just keep quiet, they just get slapped up. So these guys here, right, they talk all this rubbish on the internet. A lot of these guys talk rubbish on the internet, but when it comes down to in person and seeing them in person, they don't say nothing. They know what time it is when things kick off. So masculine frame can only be developed around masculine men. So during the example of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he spent extended periods of time with the Sahaba. So Sahaba were companions of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That right there builds masculine frame. So a man who's working on his purpose and he has companions around him who are also working on their purpose as well, their masculine frame is going to go up, and then they're going to become more established and they're going to dominate in society. Women are really, really attracted to that because they see this guy here is somebody who is a really, really safe bet for survival. And she knows full well when she has children with him, those children, so like boys and girls, so like for example, if she has sons, right, those sons are going to emulate the dad and they're going to go on to achieve and dominate in society as well. So that's really attractive to a woman. So a lot of these beta males, these guys here with poor confidence, so they have poor confidence, they are needy, they are not assertive in their relationships, they are people who look to take the passenger seat, so they are the passenger princess in the relationship, and then the woman is in the driver's seat. That's what happens in a lot of guys in today's society. A lot of women are in the driving seat and then the men are in the passenger seat, and then he's just getting taken for a ride. That's what it is. The guy's getting taken for a ride, and that's what the saying is, isn't it? And then she's just using him and abusing him. So that's what it is, guys. You guys need to be around masculine men. So establish yourself and select men who are masculine. So guys who are mentally, physically, emotionally and spiritually. So all four arenas, those guys here are the most masculine men in society, and you want to always spend time with them kind of guys. Do not spend time with other weak beta males, because that will rub off on you, and then your ideas and your goals and objectives will not get achieved, because that's being corrupted by weak-minded people. So that's important. And then final point is strong-willed. So an effective decision maker, he is somebody who is strong-willed. So during adversities in life, there's going to be many trials and tribulations that a guy has to go through. So the best example is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He was very, very strong-willed. He overcame a lot of difficulties. So from his childhood, right, if you look at it, he was born without a father. So he didn't have that masculine father figure in his life from when he was born. And then his mum passed away when he was 6 years old. So then he was an orphan. So he was raised by his uncle then. So then in that type of environment there, and then being around other masculine men, he was able to develop well-rounded masculinity. So being strong-willed in hardships, a woman sees that and sees that this guy here, right, he's able to go through all these trials and tribulations and all these difficulties and go through so much pain and suffering, and he's still able to do well. I need to get with this guy, so I'm going to get with this guy at all costs. So that's what, at a certain time, what women will do is they'll just keep on throwing these interest tests. They'll keep on trying to play, these games, or these certain childish games, to try and lock down that guy, because she's trying to test his masculine frame and to test his character. And the more tests he passes, the more she falls in love with him. So that's really important, guys. So when you keep on passing the women's tests, so these games that you would call them, you keep passing them. A lot of them you just pretty much do no contact on them. So check behavior, no contact. Keep doing that, and she'll have no other choice but to cooperate and comply and to submit to you. And when she's in a submissive position, that's when she is most feminine. So women, whenever they're in a submissive position, she is going to be fully cooperative with you, and she's going to look at her husband as the leader in the relationship. And that way there, she's really in her natural feminine state then. And then that's going to create a loving, healthy relationship. So just to wrap up, assertive, be a guy who's assertive in your decision. So make the decision and stick with it, and always push forward. Next point is develop your confidence. So have a high amount of confidence in life, and then with that, right, you're constantly leveling up, and you're going through trials and tribulations and difficulties, and then your confidence is going to be increasing as time goes on. Next point is after that, so masculine frame. So develop masculine frame, be around other masculine men, surround yourself with good quality masculine men, and then constantly train and improve with them. So mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And then final point is strong-willed. So being strong-willed in difficulties and hardships. So many guys can be put in, let's say, a really comfortable environment, and he's doing really well, and then let's say he's earning a good amount, and then he's doing this and that, and things are going well for him. Anybody can do well in that environment, but put that same guy in another scenario where it's the opposite, where he's going through hardships and he's going through difficulties and he's going through trials and tribulations. That's where, in that environment, is where a man is really made. So a strong-willed guy is going to be able to overcome those adversities in that kind of environment. So I hope that makes sense. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.